Hello, brokers, managing brokers, franchisees. This video is about the Spring 2023 10-week training program. In it, I explain what the program is about, what you should expect from it, how it works. It's a variation of programs you may have been with me in the past, but this one is slightly different, so let me explain. Most of you by now know who I am. My name is Key. I'm a mindset trainer, and my job is to make agents productive. Production matters. At the end of the day, if our agents don't learn to develop the skills of asking for business, their business will be a bit wobbly. Most of you by now know who I am, so I'm going to skip this slide. But let me first tell you everything I'm going to show you on the screen, everything I'm going to explain can be found at this URL. There's one URL, there's a QR code. If you want to scan it, you can pause the video. It's bit.ly/10WTSP23, which stands for 10-week training spring, of course, 2023. So that URL will take you to a web page, and it looks like this. And in this web page here, that I'm showing you, it has everything you will need. It has, of course, the description of the program. It has the flyer you can download for yourself. It has what I call the pledge, which I'll talk about in a second. It has the sessions that are in the course. And of course, there is the actual registration form that you will go through. But before you get there, let me explain what the 10-week training program is for your agents. The first thing you need to know is I've developed two programs. I have a program that I do in the winter and the summer, which is a 10-week training program, and I do another one that is in the spring and the fall. All of the sessions that I'm talking about, these two programs, are unique. So really, if you combine them both, and I have some brokers who do this, if you chose to have this program running in your office, you will have 20 sessions running consecutively over a 6-month period, if you want to call it that. Plus, there are bonus videos, which I'll show you in just a second. So be aware, when I talk about the 10-week training program, there are actually two programs. Let me give you some topics that I talk about in the winter and summer. In the winter and summer, I talk about branding, time blocking, prospecting, phone canvassing, open house listings to get listings, resiliency mindset, how to use a CRM, how to do your lead management, how do you prospect for sellers. So those are the general topics. Remember, each program has 10 sessions. And then the spring and fall, I go on other topics, and the topics are: how do you develop good production habits? Are your prospecting strategies long term? Do you have what I call a playbook? Have you learned to door knock using market reports? Do you know how to approach expireds and FSBOs? How do you do direct response marketing? How do you incorporate EDDM? How do you do your landing pages, incorporate them with your business? So in essence, there are two programs that I run back to back. So I'm about to finish the winter program, and I'm about to go into the spring program. So let's talk about that first. Let me give you insights on the 10-week program, because that's the one that's coming up, and that's the one I'm opening registration for today. So this program that I've designed is basically 10 sessions. And those 10 sessions, one is live that the agents do with you in the office, and one is on the alternate weeks, there are 5 sessions that are self-directed. So remember, 10 sessions, 5 live, 5 self-directed. Now, what is self-directed? It simply means that I will send you, the broker and the admin, a video link with a handout, and your agents do that homework on their own, and then they'll share it with the group. That's what's self-directed. And here's what I found. I found that committing an agent to one live session every 2 weeks increases participation. And in fact, the brokers can use it as an event. So imagine every other Wednesday, there is a live class at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, where your agents come in around 9:30. The class happens. The class is about an hour and 15 minutes. Then the brokers and the agents sit around and discuss what they just learned, practice the script they just learned, and now they're developing what I would call confidence, the mindset of a go-getter. So I've designed it that way because every 2 week, a live session, the brokers and the admins can actually aggregate that very easily. And then the other weeks in between, they get a video link from me with the handout, and they do that session on their own. They can do it in their office. They can do it with other agents, however way they want to do it. So that's the mindset. And the reason, here's what I found. The live sessions are the ones that are more effective than just having everything on video. We found that giving them the training all on video, they don't watch them. Whereas if they are in the class together with the broker leading, with the admin getting them the handout, and then they practice it and they're learning together, they have a tendency to not only learn, but apply what they learn. So let me share with you a philosophy, and I'm sure you're aware of this. In our industry, complacency is rampant. It's very easy for agents to get distracted by television, by things on the side, the TikToks and all of that. They don't run their business like a business. And we keep thinking that our agents, there's something wrong with them. There isn't. They have not built structure around running their business like a business. So there's an enthusiasm we have to embed in them. I was talking yesterday with an agent, and she said, I did 25 years working for AT&T, and guess what? I knew what to do. I knew exactly when they wanted me to be there. I knew exactly what I had to focus on. My boss told me what I need to do, and I was able, and I was good. I did my work. And now I work for myself. I'm not a good boss to myself. And this is why training programs like this, not only do they bring about strategies and learning, which is necessary to our agents, they nudge them toward activity. I'm primarily an activity coach. Now remember, I'm talking to you, the brokers, the admins, the managers of the office. Who are our clients? Well, our clients are our agents. If our agents don't go into the marketplace and ask for business and interact and get listings and sales, they're not going to grow, and you're not going to grow. So you don't want to just have a roster of names and feel good about it, saying, I have 25 agents. But what's the production? Are they doing each 10 listings a year? Because if they are, whoa, that 25 times 10 has become 250 listings. Now, that 250 listings will generate about 600 to 700 transactions. Now, that's how you grow your brokerage. But you can't make your agents do it. You got to create a culture, an environment around which success happens. And that's what some of the brokers are doing with my training. This is why a portion of it is live, because it forces them to get out of the bedroom, to put their makeup on and their business clothes on, show up in the office, collaborate with others. I give them accountability exercises. So therefore, if they do it for themselves, it's not enough. If they do it with somebody else, they get better. So let me give you the mechanics. What is the mechanics of the course? Very simple. We start around March 20th. So there's 10 sessions. The first thing you need to know, 5 of them are self-directed, meaning when your agents join the course, they will be given a pledge, and in that pledge, there's the first video class. So it starts March 20th, and then every second week, they will get one of these self-directed video trainings. Plus, there are 5 live sessions that they all fall on a Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. The first live session with the agent is March 29th. So a lot of brokers ask me, when is the best time to register for this? Well, mid-March, second week of March, first week of March, the sooner you register, the more we can onboard the agents. There's an onboarding process. Let me explain. Because they're not only going to sign a pledge, which I'll show you in a second, they're going to also participate in a Facebook group, which I'll also show you. And what happens when they do that? Well, guess what? They have to do some work prior to the class. So when the brokers and the admins register sooner, the more activity we get out of them. Now, the live sessions are via Zoom. Only the brokers who sign up participate. Obviously, there is a call list that are allowed to get in. What else should you know? Well, the spring one is about how to have a good prospecting engagement quarterly plan to generate listings. This year, 2023, there will be more listings than last year. Last year, we did about 5 million listings. This year, we'll do about 5.4, 5.6, maybe 5.8 million listings. There's pent-up demand for buyers. And there is the people that postponed their selling in the winter of last year are starting to do it right now. So that means our agents need to go into the marketplace and ask for business. They're going to learn about objection handling. They're going to learn how to hold a buyer's consultation. They're going to learn how to approach an expired listing. They're going to learn how to deal with a FSBO. They're going to learn how to work their landing pages. They're going to learn how to use mailers and postcard and EDDM and direct response marketing. It is all integrated around activity. Again, I'm an activity coach. I want you to learn what you need to learn, but I need you to do it. Because you can only get better by doing. Knowing is not sufficient. So these are some of the topics. And actually, I want to show you something right now. I have a PDF, which will be with this video. This is the calendar of the course. And you will see that I have not only, I give an explanation of the course, I give you all of the session. And as you can see here, this is the first session your agents are going to do the moment you register in the course. And then you'll see when the live sessions are, when the self-directed sessions are, it's all spelled out in such a way that our agents know what they're going to learn. I just found if they show up, they always sharpen the saw. They get better. So keep that in mind. So, by the way, this is the pledge. The pledge is basically an agent choosing to do this for themselves. I'm a firm believer that because real estate is an entrepreneurial endeavor, our agents need to take ownership of their business. And ownership is good for their business, but they don't want to be micromanaged. This is why I tell agents to choose self-discipline, to choose accountability. So I created this document as a way for them to sign it and let you know that they're going to participate. Now, do they have to do this? No. You're the broker. You're the manager of the office. You do not have to require them to sign this pledge. You can just have them come to the office and take the training. But I've seen that those who sign the pledge and actually follow what is written in this pledge do better because they become a little bit uncomfortable. Their comfort zone is not always where they find listings. They find listings outside their comfort zone. Being an order taker versus being a go-getter is a mindset. And this type of document helps them choose to participate in a way that is good for their business. So this is the pledge that I have them sign Of course, I'll send it to you, the broker, and then, of course, you decide whether you want to implement that pledge or not. Remember, these are your agents. I'm here to work with you to bring out the best in them. Now, I also created a special, hidden, very private Facebook group. And the reason I created it is to make agents uncomfortable. You go, what do you mean? Well, here's what I found. If I teach an agent a script, let's say how they introduce themselves, how do they door knock and say something at the door? Let's say they have a market report, they walk up to the door, there's that anxiety. Well, how do we reduce that anxiety? Well, by having a script, by practicing the script. So here's what I found. If I gave them the script written down, nice. They go, nice, I have it. If I tell them, rewrite it the way you sound, record yourself, and share it with the group who are doing the same course as you, which is usually about 100 people, guess what they do? It elevates their confidence. It makes them have hives and anxiety doing it. But they actually, when they do, they feel better about themselves. They feel like, I can do this. And that belief that I can do this builds confidence. And then the moment you can do this, then the next thing is action, because you have success partners in the classroom who you're working with. And guess what you want to do? You want to do well. You don't want to be a phony. Most agents want to succeed. They just need to be nudged in a gentle and in a what I call powerful way for them to own their business, taking ownership. I'll show you an example. This is the Facebook group. This is the one that they will be signing up for the spring. This is the spring 10-week training program accountability group. Right now, there's no one in it because it's hasn't been. I've just announced it, so there will be soon people joining it. But let me show you the current one, the one that's running right now. As you can see, the one that's running right now has about 100. Actually, has 235 members. This is the biggest group we've ever had. It's usually about 100, but this one, there's 235 people in the group. And here's what I want you to see. If you look at the media, meaning the videos, so these are the selfies I ask them to do. I tell them, select a book and take a selfie. Why do I do that? Why do they have to take a selfie with their book? It's for ownership. They're taking ownership of the book. I got this book called No Excuses, and I'm reading it. So this is a step of ownership. And then if you look at the videos, each week, during those 10 weeks, they're going to be given a special script. A script for calling on the phone, a script to talk to someone like an expired listing or a FSBO, a script to talk to a buyer. They will learn a series of scripts. Well, guess what? They're going to do videos with them. And as they do these videos, they get better. And as you can see, there are hundreds of videos. And why is this important? Building confidence. So let me take you to the main discussion page. And I'm just going to scroll just to show you. If you read some of the comments, you'll see, Key, I'm having anxiety, but I'm going to do it. So, for example, Kessie was doing her prospecting mindset script, meaning she's taking ownership for her prospecting. She's telling everyone what she's going to be focusing on. You'll see this one where Jessica is doing what's called the open house script. If you go down further, well, there's Kessie again. She's doing the open house script. This is Kishma. Same thing. Let's see. We have here Tamer, who's doing the huff and puff script, a script when somebody hesitates, how do you interact with them, etc., etc. Now, the reason I do this is very simple. I found that when an agent learns something and within a private group, they actually give it a go, they try it, the fear of looking foolish, the fear of rejection starts, fading away. And they start building that confidence that I can do this. So this is not just a training program of information. It's an accountability. It's a motivation. It's a way of saying, this is my business. I deserve to succeed. I can do this. And that's the mindset. And this is why the brokers who are working with me are realizing. They're realizing you're not just giving them information. You found a way to get into the mindset of activity, because activity is the way to go. If our agents ask for business, there will be plenty of business. Now, in your office, you will have three types of agents. You'll have agents who are new agents, new to your office, or new agents in general. I recommend that with those agents, as you sit with them one-on-one or as a group, ask them to do this as a boot camp. What do I mean by that? Well, ask them to sign the pledge. Ask them, let's read the pledge, sign it, and turn it over to me. Ask them to do the first exercise. The first exercise is they do the pledge, and I showed you in the pledge, the first video is there. Watch the video, do the handout, and tell me what you learned. Join the Facebook group. See, that when a new agent does that from the get-go, and they make a promise to attend all live sessions and do the self-directed sessions from their home or from the office, they get better. They take ownership of their business. They shift their mindset from being order takers to being prospectors. Another group of agents you have in your office are struggling agents, and some of them are disheartened. Those require a little bit more work. They may not want to sign the pledge. Don't make them sign the pledge. Just tell them, listen, why don't you come Wednesday of the live sessions? Why don't you come Wednesday? And if at that time, the first session or the second session live, ask them to come. Because the moment they see, wait a second, I need to get better for my business to get better. I don't need to worry whether something is wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I just don't have a plan. I need to get better. I need to approach my business differently. So with those people, you have to work one-on-one. And then you have to use your judgment how you're going to coax them to show up. Here's what I found. If you get your agents to session one, the live first session, and it clicks, and by the way, it clicks for a lot of them, they'll do everything like a boot camp. Meaning they don't want to let themselves down, but worse, they don't want to let their friends, their success partners who are in the office and that Facebook group, they don't want to let those people down. And then, of course, you have established agents, the producers, the ones who are, cranking the numbers. Those you just inform them, say, hey, you want to pop in for a refresher? Come on in. But you don't have to treat them like they have to do every step. If they don't want to do the videos online, fine. Don't worry about it. But you, the broker, you, the manager, you, the admin, should be joining the Facebook group. Not to do the exercises, although I welcome it. No, I want you to be there to watch your agent's videos and make a comment so they feel like something is happening. Somebody's watching, somebody's encouraging me to do better. That encouragement is important. It takes one mistake, one feeling of rejection for an agent to give up on her business or his business. And this is why this business is tough. The fear of rejection is huge. Now, how do you overcome the fear of rejection? Preparation. If you know how to prepare, if you know what to say, if you walk up to a door and you don't have to go, excuse me, if you don't have to do that and you can deliver your script with a smile, totally calm and confident that you're there to help people, that you're not there to manipulate people or sell to people, your confidence increases. And then you do it again. And I know you know this, real estate is a numbers game. So if you put the numbers on your side, hey, we're going to get some results. The only reason our agents don't have the listings they deserve is because they're not asking enough. And the fear of asking, the fear of rejection is holding them back. This program gets into that. I get into the weeds of how can you be more prepared. So not only do I teach them the scripts they need to learn, I teach them how to write their own script. There's a technique called Bravo that I teach them how to put together, and they start realizing, I know now what to say. I don't have to know everything. I know now how to interact with the public. Now, some of you are using some of my classes, and you have to use them judiciously, as a recruiting event. I have brokers who they have agents they're interested in bringing, and during those 5 live sessions over the 10 weeks, they invite people to the office. Now, remember, the way the live sessions work, you have a space, a conference room or a training room in your office. You have a big screen. You'll have a PowerPoint presentation like this that I'm gonna be using on Zoom, and I'll be doing the class live. And then I've seen some brokers bring new potential agents. They tell them about what Exit does. They tell them about the training they offer, and now they show them the training. Of course, you don't want them to attend the whole course. Don't give them the whole course, but give them one session, and then sit with them and discuss how can us as a brokerage and the training that we offer help you grow your business. What are your goals? What do you want for yourself as a professional? You'll have a more meaningful conversation after a class like this. Tell me about your goals. Tell me about your career. Because remember, whether you work for Exit or another company, what matters is if you, the agent, take ownership of your business and start running it like a business, you're going to do better. But it requires some cajoling, some nudging towards that idea. How much is the course? Well, the course is actually $3,000 per office. But if we get, and this is something I told Corp and regional owners, if I get 10 to register, 10 offices to register, I drop the price to a flat fee of $1,150. Now think about it this way. Monthly coaching is between $375 and $500 a month. Correct? Now, you'll be offering a live training with bonuses, with a Facebook group, with additional videos and additional scripts for a flat fee, whether you have 4 agents in the class, or you have 10 agents in the class, or you have 50 agents in your class. So keep that in mind. I call this offering value to the brokers. And a lot of the brokers have told me how much of a difference it is making in their agents' competence and growth. I have brokers who right now, every trimester, they're in the course. Why? Because they're always adding new agents. Once you start growing and you start adding agents, you want them to have training, live training combined with self-directed training. And guess what? It's a win-win. When your agents are productive, you're productive. And that's how you grow. And the more productive you are, the more agents you can bring to your office. What happens when you register? Well, you'll get the pre-assignments, the onboarding emails. I'll send you an invoice. Get you the login access. When you register, please tell me who your admin or manager is going to be. I find that when a broker and an admin or a manager of the office both are notified about the classes and they can distribute that information to their agent, the faster they will grow. And don't get stuck in the all or nothing. People say, well, I got to make sure all my agents want it. Yeah, really? What if you could make 3-4 agents in your office a little bit more productive? Instead of doing 3 listings a year, they start doing 10 listings a year. Will that create production? Yes, it does. So sometimes as brokers, we get into the all or nothing. I want all of my agents to take it or none of them to take it. No, some of your agents are not going to take this course. But I guarantee you, there are 5 or 6 agents in your office who are desperately wanting to learn how to do this. They are desperate to learn how to run their business like a business. Focus on them. Don't focus on everyone. I started talking to a broker in South Carolina. He was expecting only 4 agents to attend. Now he has 15. After the first class, they start talking to each other. The other agents start showing up. So really, it's a mindset. Offer it. Ask yourself, are there people in my office who need to sharpen their tools and learn to get listings? Again, because from time to time, some of your agents are sick or cannot come to the office, you get the main office link, and I give you 3 bonus links, Zoom links for the agents who cannot attend the office. So make sure this is a culture driven training, meaning happening in the office, practicing the scripts together, learning together. That's the mindset of it. Now, this is my information. This is a way for you to get a hold of me. I'm very passionate about this course. I really believe our production at Exit should triple. Yes, and it will triple simply by having our agents doing just 3 to 4 to 5 more listings a year. If I have an agent in my office and she has had 6 deals, of which 2 of them were listings, I know that if I teach her how to get 5 more listings, she will get to about 15 transactions. And if she learns to get to 15 transactions, she will sponsor more easily. Agents who have production sponsor more easily than agents who don't. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to call me. I can't wait to see some of you in my classes. Take care, my friend.